What's up and welcome back. Man, you know what? I'm not even doing the reads. If you want to go to Company Burger, check them out, 4600 Ferret Street. It is 12:13 in the morning. I feel like it's 7 p.m. I'm fucking wired. Ross, like we're going. This team's going. It's like it's not postseason anymore or like play-in bullshit. Like the team's going to the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't. Do we have a cigarette sponsor?
Boy,
I feel like I need a drag. That's incredible.
Jesus Christ. Can we talk about it?
That
Let's talk about it.
the
Like, the first half
the
was
rank.
cool. Like the
Go
first
ahead.
half was. Let me go for a sec. The first half was good. I didn't like the way we closed there in the second quarter. You saw the ball starting to stick a little bit, and you can kind of tell that the Clippers were making adjustments, and the Pelicans really weren't making adjustments. And the flip script there in the third, man, and Willie rolled out the jack before you cut me off. I couldn't believe Tony Snell came in the basketball game. Not only did he come in the basketball game, he played multiple minutes. I mean, his first shot, he hit the corner of the backboard. But anyways, the Clippers
I thought it
clearly
was a
made an
mistake.
adjustment. I thought it was a joke. Like I thought it was a fucking joke. But anyways, Clippers made adjustments. The Pelicans didn't make an adjustment. Then the Clippers cut it to 3. Then Willie's like, all right, timeout. Let's get Najee Marshall and
Yeah.
Larry Nansen. Okay, like I can I understand Larry Nance. I don't understand the Najee Marshall thing, but Najee does a couple good things. He actually gets fouled, misses 2 free throws. He's a decent defender. Comes back down, launches a 3, almost breaks the backboard. That's right then and there. You're like, let's go Trey Murphy. Nope, Trey Murphy doesn't come. Tony Snell comes marching. Tony Snell's played one time in a month. I couldn't
I'm
believe.
surprised. I'm
Go.
surprised Tony Snell's shoes were laced up.
I
That's how long it's been since he's played. Uh,
couldn't believe it. I could
my
not
jaw hit the
believe it.
ground. I don't. I mean, that was look. Willie is a rookie head coach, and I
Right.
think he had about a 5 to 8 minute. Not in real time. It felt like fucking 2 hours, but it was about 8 minutes in the third quarter there where I think he panicked. He panicked. And then I think I tweeted this out. He got Jose and Trey in the game, and things immediately stabilized. It was really weird because I feel like I would have gone straight to Jose because he plays at sort of that frenetic pace, and it had gotten kind of
Yeah.
physical. And we needed another ball handler. They were picking Bi up way, way. I mean, they were really, really fighting Bi hard, denying him the ball. It was like you kind of needed another ball handler. You needed somebody who was feisty. And it was just it was very, very odd to me that it took that long to get Jose and Trey in the game. But look, when they came in, they did not miss a beat. Those guys got the minutes they needed on the back half of the year to be ready for this shit.
Yep.
And they both played out of their ass tonight. Trey Murphy was plus 26 tonight. Plus
Plus
26.
26. He went 4 6 from deep, dude. Trey was shooting, and I think I tweeted this a couple weeks ago, but you could tell the confidence has switched in Trey Murphy. Like he's not scared to pull. He's pulling now. And when he's hitting, I mean, he is hitting. He's not touching the rim. I mean, he made 3 of his threes didn't touch the rim, then the fourth one hit the front and then bounced in and got that like lucky break.
It's incredible.
But maybe also let's not talk about like how many deflections did he have on defense? He had 5 rebounds. Like he's not just a shooter. He's not just a shooter. There was one instance there late in the fourth. They screen to get Jose on Morris. Trey realizes it, says, Jose, go take I think like Terrence Mann in the corner. I'll take Morris. Like just like those little things that he's making the switch quick. And that was huge. And listen, I was pretty tough there on Willie in the third quarter, but he made the adjustment. And Ross, like, fucking Brandon Ingram, CJ McCollum. Oh my god, talk about him. I know CJ was a little off tonight, but
yeah,
they're ridiculous.
They were. CJ really struggled tonight, especially in basically the first 35 minutes. And then he got a couple buckets there at the very end of the third quarter. And then he came out in the fourth quarter and he had 2 buckets earlier on the fourth quarter that kind of got things back going again. And that's what I think I sent you a text right there at the beginning of the fourth quarter and said he's playing at a different pace than he's been playing the entire game. Like, I mean, I don't know if it was a sense of urgency. I don't know if it was like, fuck, I'm a recognition of I got to get going. But he started playing at a different pace there. And it changed. I mean, look, and that's what you bring a guy like that in for is leadership, is understanding, situations. So, look, kudos to him. He had really an off night. And to be honest with you, I thought he was worse defensively than he was offensively. But he hit some big shots when you needed him. And Brandon was incredible. He was incrediable. I mean, he was a star of stars tonight. He was tough when we needed him to be tough. He got us going early in the game, and then late in the game, the pass to JV under the basket. He did everything we needed him to do as a team. Every time we went to the free throw line, I sort of just assumed we were missing both. Which is weird because we've been a really good free throw shooting team this year. I thought Herb hit two huge ones.
I wanted to talk about that because I tweeted about it because we're a little fast forward into this game, but it's not talked about enough because you talk about Brandon Ingram closing, you talk about CJ McCollum, and it's easy to talk about Trey Murphy, but for a rookie, it's his first postseason game on the road. You're up 2, there's a minute left, and the motherfucker just nails both of them. As a rookie, man, like that's when he's watching CJ McCollum miss 2 free throws, he's watching JV miss 4 in a row. Like he's looking at veteran guys. Yeah, Brandon. He's looking at veteran guys and all-stars missing free throws. He's like, "Nah, I got this." Trey Murphy, same thing. Like
the demeanor on those two guys is not anything like you normally see out of a rookie. Herb Jones is unfazed. I mean, he's just totally unfazed, and it's special. It's special to watch because he's Willie panicked. I mean, the head coach panicked in the third quarter. And so to have guys that have not played in anything even remotely close to that level of intensity or, that level of importance be unfazed in those situations speaks a lot to kind of the type of guys you got.
You expect Willie. I expect Willie to make mistakes here in the postseason, and Ty Lue and his veteran team knew what to do. They weren't scared to make the adjustments. They've been there. Willie Green hasn't been there. These guys haven't been there. So I wasn't necessarily mad. I was just more frustrated and just like, why is he? You texted me, Ross, like, why is he changing this all of a sudden? I remember you said this before on the last podcast. You were like, just stay the course. Like, do what you've been doing. Trey Murphy's been playing well. Play Trey Murphy. Jose Alvarado's been playing well. Play Jose Alvarado. And finally, he did it. And I still think if you would have gone small there with Larry Nance the 5, you probably win the game by 20. But whatever.
Yeah,
win by 1, win by 20.
And I know we won't drag this out too much longer. And we said it earlier. You just said his name again. Larry Nance. I mean, Larry Nance was phenomenal tonight. Both ends. He rebounded the shit out of it.
How many rebounds do you think he had?
He had 16.
Yeah, you saw it. 16.
Yeah. He was phenomenal. I mean, look, you look at the bench won this game today. I mean, Brandon was Brandon, but you had Larry Nance, 14 and 16 off the bench, went 7 of 8 from the field in 24 minutes. He was plus 13.
Yep.
You had Jose Alvarado was plus 12 in 17 minutes and gave you pretty much everything. And then Trey Murphy was plus 26 in 24 minutes off the bench. Those guys came in and won you this basketball game, especially late in the third quarter and the entire fourth quarter. I thought Larry Nance was phenomenal. I really did. He hadn't had to play anything even remotely close to that this year. I mean, he may have had one game that he played more than 20 minutes. And so for us to lean on him the way we had to lean on tonight and him to respond, so you got a guy there. He's a guy.
He's a little bit better than Tony Snell. Poor Tony Snell. Man, just all across the board, you had rookies step up. You had veteran leadership. JV didn't really have it tonight, but you had guys step up from the bench. Willie Green with a head scratch there in the third, but listen, he totally redeemed himself there in the fourth. Pulls it out. So, listen, great game. It was fucking heart-throbbing the whole time. I mean, what are you expecting? What are you expecting?
Going to the playoffs, baby.
We're going to the playoffs.
What are you gonna say now? We're going to the playoffs.
Well, before we sign off, I want to talk about that because there's a lot of people talking about tanking early in the year. And I kept saying this, Ross. I feel like that's why me and you kind of started this podcast all like 2.5 years ago. But that right there, win or lose, teaches you way, way more than what tanking would do. That right there is going to be beneficial not only for this next series, but for future series and understanding how to win under pressure and on the road and shit's not going your way. And, the Clippers are shooting double more than free throws than you are. And that shit teaches you everything you need to know. Like that right there, that's why I've been trying to fucking preach for so long, is that kind of stuff is way more beneficial than the number 12 overall draft pick, in my opinion. Or looking at
not even close.
Or like now BI knows how, like he's seen it now. He's like, guys are pushing. He's like, fuck this. I'm gonna push back. Like
they had a lot of. I mean, look, oh, absolutely, and that's the most important thing, especially for a superstar, which is what Brandon Ingram is. He saw they threw the kitchen sink at him tonight.
Yeah.
Norman Powell tried guarding him for a while. Robert Covington's one of the best defenders in the league. He guarded him for a while. Nick Batum has been a really, really good player and a good defender in this league for 10, 15 years now. He guarded him for a while. They did everything. They doubled him. They beat up on him. They picked him up way up high. They denied. You in the regular season, you just don't see that kind of stuff. You're just kind of playing the games for the most part. You get into this time of the year, good coaches, good teams, you've got to learn how to play through some of that shit, and you've got to learn how to play around a lot of that. And so, look, it's good experience. We're playing a heck of a team. I think it's there's a lot of cool storylines here. Obviously, the Chris Paul thing. It's all these guys basically first playoffs. CJ McCollum, Willie Green going play, against Mon. There's a lot of really cool shit that's going to happen here in the next week. But we're in the playoffs. We got two more. We got a couple more home games. We got a couple more cracks at this thing. Go steal one in Phoenix and then make it interesting. Let's look. Look, I thought actually this is the last thing I'll say. I think Willie Green knew he screwed up in the third quarter. I think you saw that whenever he called that timeout late and kind of went rah-rah on him. Hey, you got to fight. Got in everybody's face. Hey, we got to fight. I think this whole team learned something. I think Willie Green learned something. So look, I'm not counting this out. I'm not going to count this out yet.
What are you expecting here? I want you. I mean, like, I'm not expecting this a 64-win team. Like, it's going to be.
I think if you can, just what I just said. I think if you can make them fight. I think
make them fight. Go compete.
Yeah. I mean, go try to steal one. Go steal. See if you can steal one in Phoenix.
But these next 4 games, 5 games, 6 games, and possibly 7 games, like, this is going to teach you. This is what Brandon Ingram can take in the offseason. CJ McCollum. You think Zion Williamson's looking at her like, damn, this doesn't look like fun.
And look, and I know we've talked about it a little bit. The people on TV have talked about it. There was a shit going on today. Like, I wasn't on board with Zion playing tonight, but I think now that you've got a couple more days and you're into a series, look, if he can give you 10 minutes, 10 minutes off the bench against the Suns bench. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with, like, hey, come give us 12 minutes, 6 minutes each half against the backups. I don't even know who the Suns, like, I got to go look at it, but I bet whoever the Suns backup power forward is doesn't want to deal with that big bully for 6 minutes half. So who knows? There's a lot of shit that's in play here. We'll see what happens, but it's going to be fun, man. I'm excited that we made it.
Man, what a night. Fun night, man. I mean, we're going to fucking playoffs. Like, we're going to get 2 home games. Chris Paul's coming back. Like, Monty Williams is coming back. As you're saying, like, this is Willie Green's facing one of his mentors. Like, this is going to be incredible. Like, we have 4 more fucking games, dude. I was sitting there in the third, like, this shit's over, man. Like, what the fuck? But presented by Comfy Burger, DraftKings Sportsbook app, $5 gets you $150 by using the promo code BOOT. All you have to do is download the Sportsbook app. Be a new customer. $5 wins you $150. Playoff basketball.
We run LA.
Shirts are out now, baby. Go ahead. Shout out Comfy Burger for sponsoring, and make sure you follow us on Propels Talk on Twitter and Instagram. See y'all later.